Drops the classic creepy line. It's going to cost you. What are you willing to do? It's less epic quest and more, why is this grandma trying to extort us? Fern has officially ascended to her final form, the ultimate mom. She's out here auditing Stark's apple juice consumption and checking if her 1,000-year-old mistress has been a naughty girl. Get the mommy? Sorry, mommy. Meichu gets caught in a binding spell. The guy standing over her makes the whole situation weirdly sexual, giving off "I'm 1 second away from a restraining order" energy. Do you like emotionally unavailable giant booba elf girls? Do you like high school cute harem anime? Well, too bad we only have one of those things. Well, sort of. We've got the emotionally unavailable elf mommy toddler who treats a literal century. Like a 2 p.m. late checkout at a Marriott. Hey guys, folded legs here. Yes, there is gameplay in the background. No, it has absolutely nothing else to do with the video. It's there for visual stimulation because we both know your attention span is PPP cooked. Don't look at me like that. TLDR of this absolute train wreck. We're looking at a legendary mage who is a total loot goblin with a goatee personality and 2 teenager Sith who are too smooth-brained to realize they're in a romance plot. It's mostly just people getting yeeted by carriages, failing at 1,000-year-old Riz, and a world-class sorceress getting eaten by a wooden box because she saw a shiny ring. You could be doing literally anything else right now, but instead, you're here watching this unhinged, spoiler-free breakdown with me, so thank you. One more thing though, I did my best to keep this absolutely spoiler-free, but this is a story-driven anime, so if anything tiny slipped through the cracks, I'm sorry. I tried my best. Anyway, enough yapping, let's get into it. Section 1. The Boomer Riz and the Old Lady Child. Frieren is officially legally unfit for human interaction. Imagine a dude dropping a tragic backstory speech, the kind that usually unlocks a 20-minute flashback, and Frieren just stares at him like a Windows update she's trying to ignore. Her response? I'll think about it, you're kinda dirty.
You can just about be anything you want to be. Stop it. Get some help.
Someone is literally about to meet God, and she's out here critiquing his hygiene. Priorities? Non-existent? Then the recruitment drive gets desperate because Stark gets bit like a total chump. They try to gamble for a heal, and next thing you know, everyone is standing in the street with no clothes on. But the real peak? Frieren finds out the priest likes older girls, so she tries to deploy her 1,000-year-old Riz. She hits him with a seductive spell plus blow a kiss, combo ... And she fails so catastrophically, the entire group mentally uninstalls her from the serious person category.
What the fuck just happened?
She's standing there questioning her entire life while everyone calls her a terrible woman. Then we hit the birthday celebration, which is really just Fern being a total brat and giving off pure unhinged child energy because someone forgot her present. Meanwhile, Stark is whining like a baby about wanting to go back to his master. It's peak toddler tier relationship energy. It eventually chills out with a bracelet and an apology, but then a flying creature yeets their entire carriage into the sky. Frieren saves them in a way that has everyone going, what the hell, that almost killed us. Instead of a heroic rescue, it's just a mid-air glitch that almost ended the series early. To cap it all off, the priest starts cooking a serious speech about what the party is missing. Frieren thinks it's tea, but he just pivots. No, we're missing an old lady. Stark chimes in with, "Don't forget mistress." And the priest hits the final nail. She's more of an old lady child, the absolute MVP move. Frieren shuts down a meaningful moment during a dance because a snack is simply more important. She just goes, "No, I'd rather eat," and takes a massive, disrespectful bite of food. Being a
You underestimate my power.
hungry gremlin is her only consistent personality. Section 2. The century-long Airbnb. Frieren is officially banned from booking travel. She casually suggests staying in one spot for a century, like she's just asking for a late checkout, and Fern shuts it down with the tired mom energy of a parent confiscating an Xbox. Imagine being 10 centuries old and getting grounded by a teenager who still needs help finding her socks. The party's social life has devolved into a toxic group chat where everyone has names like Grumpy Old Lady and Goatee Priest. They find a stubborn information broker who drops the classic creepy line. It's going to cost you. What are you willing to do? It's less epic quest and more, why is this grandma trying to extort us? Then a blizzard hits, and the emotional age of the room drops to a solid 0. Stark pulls one mid-tier prank, and Frieren reacts like he just committed a federal felony. It's a full-blown meltdown over absolutely nothing.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
To make it worse, Frieren gets sick and becomes the final boss of bratty patience. She's snapping at everyone and catching an attitude about being treated like a child, while Frieren is doing the absolute bare minimum, like she's reading a How to Care for Humans manual for the first time and skipping the chapters on empathy. It's less of a survival situation and more of a why is nobody in this cottage mentally stable situation. Finally, we meet some new faces who clearly didn't get the memo that staves are dangerous. Some random thugs think they found an easy win, acting all confident and demanding gear pure Darwin Award energy. Just as things are about to get messy, a familiar face from the past steps in with the ultimate cold line. I wasn't saving them from you. I was saving you from them. It's a quiet, disrespectful shutdown that makes these guys realize they weren't the hunters. They were just the appetizers. It's the perfect, awkward setup for the massive mage exam chaos that's about to blow up everyone's spot. Section 3. The Youngling Slayer 9000. The mage exam kicks off with Frieren's brand of grandma logic. Her big strategy involves freezing an entire lake just to catch a bird, a plan that's basically a middle finger to everyone else who actually needs to. You know, drink water. It's the ultimate get off my lawn move, inconveniencing the entire population just to make her life 5% easier. Damn! Meanwhile, Frieren is out here playing the my dad could beat up your dad game, except she's hyping up her mistress as the ultimate ass whooper. The actual combat is where the dignity goes to die. Frieren finds herself in a match against a mage who insists on a dignified fighting style, only for Frieren to basically respond by throwing metaphorical hands until the screen fades to black. Then we get the mommy. Sorry, mommy. Mage who gets caught in a binding spell. The guy standing over her makes the whole situation weirdly sexual, giving off I'm 1 second away from a restraining order energy, only to pivot into the ultimate anticlimax by just leaving. But the real revenge of the Sith moment happens during a chaotic heist where one guy is casually trying to Anakin Skywalker some kids while his partner is actively arguing with him to stop. It's pure Youngling Slayer 9000 vibes in the middle of the magic duel. To wrap up the first test, Frieren treats a legendary, unbreakable artifact like a cheap dog toy. She casually shatters the thing just because it's a Tuesday, proving that unbreakable is just a challenge she hasn't accepted yet. While she's out here breaking the laws of physics, Frieren is stuck in a cave because Frieren decided to make it rain, and she is 100% ready to give her mistress a legendary earful. She even teases the guys in her party with a see-through clothes spell, gets their hopes up for a fraction of a second, and then shuts it down with a not today chief attitude. The real winner though? Stark. He's just vibing on the sidelines, celebrating the fact that he's finally getting a vacation from Frieren's constant high-tier ridicule. He's living his best bully-free life. Section 4. The Mimic Addiction Clinic. Frieren has officially ascended to her final form, the ultimate mom. She's out here auditing Stark's apple juice consumption and checking if her 1,000-year-old mistress has been a naughty girl. The party politics have devolved into a total disaster. Frieren is currently serving a life sentence of the silent treatment because she overslept, and the only piece offering Frieren will accept is a snack. At the
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
tavern, Frieren goes absolutely feral over a feast, takes one bite, calls it a total letdown, and then immediately pivots to wait, this is actually peak. Like her taste buds just went through a midlife crisis in 3 seconds. The chaos doesn't stop at the dinner table. While they're out shopping, Stark gets sus-handled by a group of guys from the test in what can only be described as a kidnapping in broad daylight. Frieren's reaction? A deadpan? Yep, take him. No hesitation, no rescue, just the cold, calculated shrug of someone who realized they finally found a way to lose the dead weight. Then there's the noble lady and her prince in pigtails getting into a random hair-pulling match. No context, no explanation, just pure, unfiltered random energy. Then the dungeon crawl begins. It's supposed to be a high-stakes test, but Frieren is treating it like a personal mission to be the world's most experienced chew toy. Frieren identifies a chest as a 99% mimic, but Frieren's 1,000-year-old brain screams, but what if there's a ring? 5 seconds later, her legs are kicking out of a wooden mouth while the proctor questions every life choice that led her to this group. Frieren is in full golem mode, going feral over trinkets and shiny trash like a loot goblin with a my precious fixation. Elsewhere in the chaos, someone hits their emergency save me vial, and a random monster just yeets them over its shoulder like a sack of laundry and sprints into the distance. It's a heroic rescue if your definition of rescue is becoming airborne cargo. As for the big finale, we are entering a total spoiler minefield, so let's keep it purely vibe-based. Big magic, big energy. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, no. Vials are breaking, the screen is shaking, and everyone is realizing this specific mage is way too scary for a Tuesday. It's just big, scary magic energy. Mission accomplished. Outro, attempting emotional maturity. Okay, so this is the part where I'm supposed to be emotionally mature. We're going to try ... but no promises. Being a gremlin is a lifestyle, not a phase. My honest opinion on this anime so far, it is well worth the watch. In the beginning, the comedy was a little thin, but now that all these weird dynamics are established, it's actually hilarious. I really enjoy how they handle a story-heavy show. They give you a few episodes of absolute emotional trench work, and then follow it up with a comedic release to help you digest everything. It keeps you from drowning in the plot. I'd rate the first season a solid 7 out of 10 so far. It's earned its spot. Thanks for watching this absolute mess with me. I know there are a million other videos you could be watching, but you chose to spend your time here, and that actually means a lot. For the real ones who made it to the end, drop Mimic Buffet in the comments so I know who the true survivors are. Folded legs rolling out,